What's up, everybody? This is Josh for Gingerflix, and I'm going to do a quick overall review of Season 1 and the finale of Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett. I did enjoy this show, first of all. I thought there was a lot of great things in it. Overall, did it live up to the hype of Mandalorian Season 1 and 2? No. That's just my opinion. Take that as you will. The episodes 1 to 4, as we all know, were kind of hit or miss. The backstory of the Tusken Raiders and Boba Fett handled pretty well, but I feel like they could have condensed it in the first maybe 2 episodes. I feel like that was drawn out a bit too much. Although their deaths being pretty impactful on Boba's character. But obviously, the show really picked up on episode 5 and episode 6 when we see the return of the Mandalorian. Really great. I love that whole story of Mando with the Darksaber getting kicked out of the not being a Mandalorian anymore because he revealed that he took off his helmet, but still having to fight for the Darksaber and stuff like that. Really great. And then episode 6 for me is the high point of this series, mainly because I am a Luke Skywalker fan. Luke Skywalker and Superman are my two favorite, I mean Superman a little more, but are my favorite fictional characters of all time. At least Luke from the original trilogy. And I didn't like how they handled Luke in the sequels, particularly The Last Jedi. But then we get Mando Season 2, the finale, and we see that return of Luke, him having his Darth Vader hallway moment, destroying all those droids. And then, that was great. I wanted to see that action side of Luke. Always wanted to see that. But in episode 6 of the Book of Boba Fett, we see Luke as a teacher, being that caring, gentle, amazing teacher, and coming almost full circle, teaching things to a baby Yoda that older Yoda taught him, even doing the training that he did with older Yoda in Empire Strikes Back. And it finished with him, and it was really sad because Mando had given Luke this shirt, this armor, the chainmail, and Luke at the end of episode 6, he offers Grogu this choice: you choose the lightsaber or you choose the chainmail, the armor. You can't have both. Which I was kind of disappointed. Like, they show that in the originals, not the original, but the prequels, when we see more of the lore of the Jedi, you see that certain things don't work, like attachments and stuff like that, or not having attachments, I should say. So I really thought that maybe Luke rebuilding the Jedi might make some different changes or change some rules or whatever. Anywho, regardless of that, regardless of that, the end of the episode sees Luke giving Grogu that choice, and Grogu's like, I don't know. We don't see the result of that. And I always assumed that he would take the lightsaber and then maybe be hurt, and then you'd get hit by a blaster or something, and then it would reveal that he has the chainmail underneath. So, I mean, come on. We want to see him with both. There shouldn't be either one or the other, right? Anywho, but seeing Luke as that teacher is something I've always wanted. Between that and, the battle in Mandalorian Season 2, that's something I've always wanted to see on screen post Return of the Jedi ever since I was a kid. Like, I grew up watching the originals on VHS. I have them still somewhere. I just wish... So, I want to see a Luke series. Like, I want to see him rebuilding the Jedi and, forget what they did in the sequels. I just want to see that. Anyway, now we're into the finale. The whole episode is a big battle. That's all it is. It's a huge, long, drawn-out battle. So I want to talk about some of the cool things. It was great to see Grogu come back. I mean, when the X-Wing lands, I'm thinking it's going to be Luke. Who else is going to be in the X-Wing? But of course, it's Grogu. And he's got and I think she says, oh, you got a nice little shirt or something. And you're like, okay. So he chose the chainmail. Fine, cool, that makes sense. He's got that attachment to Mando. Why not? But I want to see I would like to see how he came to that decision is the only thing. So I hope we see that in Mandalorian season 3. Anyway, you have Amy Sedaris back, and she's so cute with him, like, oh, my little buddy, and he's eating and all that. And then there's the battle with Boba Fett, Fennec, Mando, and Din Djarin, and the like Vespa racers against the Pike Syndicate, basically. And you got the gladiator, the Chewbacca. I'm blanking on his name, Black Caspian or something, or Caspian, or I can't remember. Anyway, and then you have all that. So Cad Bane makes a return or an appearance twice. I just want, so like I said, I want to talk about the things I like. I liked Boba Fett riding the Mancore, fighting the droids that we saw in the prequels with the force fields. I love that. That was really cool. But I was like, there is so much destruction to this town. I was like, what are they gonna do? That's a bit much to me. It reminded me, like, because this is such a small town. There's like, what, 3 blocks? They destroyed 2 of them, maybe 2.5. So, like how people complain about Man of Steel. I was like, man, Boba Fett destroyed this town. Because the Rancor is just like smashing into buildings and all that stuff. Anyway, but it was still cool, still really cool. And I loved, Mando and Boba Fett flying around in their jetpacks, blasting the guys. Cool, really cool visual. There's a couple like camera things that I kind of laughed at. I think I literally laughed out loud. So when, like, we all know what was so great about the original trilogy of Star Wars is that this was before CGI, so a lot of the stuff was puppets, right? So and I love that. Like, there's something that, if done in the right way, and I think Grogu is a puppet as well, for a lot of things. I mean, they might have a CGI a bit, but anyway, what's cool about that is it gives more of a physical, like, reality to it. Obviously, we all know that the prequel trilogy relied heavily on CGI. Like, even Yoda was CGI, I believe. It's been so long since I've watched them. But anyway, so what made me laugh was Boba Fett riding the Rancor, and then the way they cut the camera, because he gets thrown off, but it clearly looks like it's broken down, like he was riding it very slowly and then kind of falling, and it kind of made me laugh. I was like, that's some bad, because later in the episode, Mando rides it and tries to calm down the Rancor, and the way that one's done, you just see him fly straight off, and it almost looks like one shot. Boom, he flies straight off, crashes to the ground, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, so I don't know why they didn't do that, or film it in that way. Anyway, but that's neither here nor there. Maybe, I don't know. I love the reunion between Mando and Grogu. Like, he's like, hey, buddy, like, so good to see you. What are you doing here? And he's so, obviously, cares so much about him. And it's like father-son thing. And I love that. But I was like, wouldn't this be better in Mandalorian season 3? I don't know. Because, again, what if some people, like myself, I wasn't that interested in this show, in the Book of Boba Fett. I just wanted a Mandalorian season 3, so I wasn't that excited. But that being said, obviously I was going to tune in anyway because it's a Star Wars live action show. I still like Star Wars. I'm going to watch it. But I was just surprised about the reunion, I thought we'd save that. That'd be a bigger, I thought it would also be a bigger moment for a Mandalorian season 3. Like, it wouldn't be part of a battle. It'd be like, I don't know. Regardless, I still enjoyed it. I loved it for what it was, and I really appreciated it. And it just made me, I can't wait for Mandalorian season 3. I love Fennec and Boba Fett together. I think they're a great team, and they're kind of the heart of the show. And I like together. I feel like you can't have one without the other at this point. The battle's great. There was also this point where the 2 kids are on the Vespas, and they don't look like they're going that fast, but they make it seem like they are, but they don't look it. Like shooting, and of course the kid, the one with like the the monocle or whatever, he gets one kill in, and then he gets picked off right away, and he crashes his Vespa, and then she comes in, the British girl, who, I mean, I like them both, but she lands like, there's a bunch of Pike people. She's not wearing any armor, and she's just standing in the middle, boom, 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 and they do that thing where in movies where it's like there are 20 people shooting at one person. How is she not dead? Right? Because she's not even like ducking. She just stands there, bang, 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 kills a few, and manages to get her friend, but she should have been killed. Really, like, she should have been killed. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. The black Chewbacca, again, I'm blanking on his name. He is awesome in this episode. He's awesome. He's got that huge, like, rifle. He's taking out guys left, right, and center. There's one point where everyone dogpiles him, and you're like, he's going to get out of it. But it was a little bit worried because, yeah, he gets shot a few times throughout the episode. He's limping. He takes some damage. But there's one point when he comes back, he's just tossing the Pike. Like, you just see one guy flying. It's crazy. Yeah, we see stuff of, like, Mando trying to wield the Darksaber. That's been a big thing. He talked about in, I think it was episode 5, how it gets heavier each time he swings it or something like that. He needs to get better with it. That's one thing. He does need to get better with it. I look forward to seeing him wielding it more in season 3 of Mandalorian. But the one thing, like, the droids are in that force field and he can't break through. But later you see Chewbacca, again, Gladiator, he just, like, starts putting his fingers through it, and I was like, wouldn't a force field just, like, I don't know, I always assumed with, like, energy fields, you have to, like, it hurts you, like, you can't really touch it. I don't know, but he's, like, pushing his way through it, so I was like, how is the Darksaber, which can cut through anything, how is, Mandalorian, if a physical being can just push his fingers through and not be hurt, how can Mandalorian not, like, slowly stab his way through? Anyway, but you see it take damage. It gets hit a bunch of time by the Rancor, that battle, and then Mando cuts through it when it's like, the field is weakened, but he only cuts off, like, one gun arm, and he stabs it in the middle, then he gets thrown, and it's really up to the Rancor that just, like, demolishes, I think it demolishes 2 of them throughout the episode. Yeah, and then at the end, the Rancor is, like, going crazy, but Grogu calms it down, and he falls asleep next to it. Like, that was cute. I love that. I mean, come on, who doesn't love Grogu? Like, really. It's one thing. If you've never watched Star Wars, you would just love this character. He's adorable. And then, yeah, Fennec kills the mayor and all the Pike Syndicate. Now, I thought that was kind of odd, because I thought there'd be a moment where the mayor's sitting there, or the Pike, or a few of them, like the heads, and Fennec and Boba Fett would come in and be like, get out, or something like that. But no, she kills them. No word of explanation or anything like that. She kills them all, like, takes them down. At one point, like, she hangs them. It was crazy. Also, the second appearance of Cad Bane, I think is the name. Again, I wasn't familiar with this character until Book of Boba Fett, so everyone knows who he is, who's a big fan of Star Wars. I don't, because I never watched Rebels or the Clone Wars, really, or any whatever the other cartoons were. Anywho, the battle between the two of them, it's sort of lean that he's given Boba Fett the ding on the helmet, and that they fought before. And he's fast, like Quick Draw McGraw. He's fast, and he's getting shots on Boba Fett, and he tells him, and he's so, like, angry, like, he speaks like this through his teeth, and I was like, this I like this character, like, I want to see some more, like, nastiness with him. But Boba Fett ends up using his Tusken, like, stick thing, his staff, sweeps him, beats him up a little bit, and then stabs him. But he's not dead. There's no way. You can't bring a character like that and kill him off like that. And that's about it. So, Boba Fett's going to rebuild, and yeah, that's, like, it was a good episode, a decent finale. But the high point of the show is episodes 5 and 6, like no question. And the post-credit scene is Cobb Vanth, who got taken down by Cad Bane. He's in the rejuvenation pod thing that Boba Fett uses to heal himself, and the guy that had fixed Fennec, like given her that like cybernetic like stomach or whatever to heal her, he's gonna do something to Cobb Vanth. So what is he gonna do? I don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with his face, because I'm pretty sure he got shot like here. Anyway, we'll wait and see. I will tune in if there's a season 2. Like it's not bad. It's good. Like it's a good series. It's just doesn't hit the highs, except for maybe episode 6. Episode 6 is great. 5 and 6 are great, but it's like I could watch Mandalorian season 1 and 2 and then just go to episode 5 and 6 of Book of Boba Fett. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's just me though. Let me know, what do you guys think? Have you watched it? I should have mentioned spoilers at the beginning. Leave your comments down below. Again, I'm Josh. You've been watching an episode of a review from Gingerflix. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.